Yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Ayy, shawty come sit on my lap. Ayy, they saying Drizzy just snap. This in between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Ayy, I see some attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not pet that little boy in the club? Cause we do not listen to rats. We in Atlanta, I buy her wig. She telling me Tay is the best. Pointed at who act like a killer, but you only one from the net. I'm like the baby, I'm not just a rapper. You play with me, you gon' get stretched. Bring Drake to the hood, surround Drake around. Even though I got a case, I'ma do what it take.
And I never been embraced, and the money's hard to make. So I bet they on their face right now. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? When he tell the story, that's not how it went. No, they be lying 100%. Moved out of the wrist and forgot about the bend. Now they just called me to tell me come get it. Now that boy off and I don't want no credit. If it was me, they wouldn't regret it. Left me for dead and now they won't dead it. Yeah. Heart is still beating, my still eating. Backyard it look like the garden eating. Pillow talk with him, she spilling the tea. And then shawty came back and said she didn't mean it. It's hard to believe it. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard of my deep stroke, she said, babe, does it hurt when I though? It does. Certified freak, hang around dust, and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Damn, spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys tryna diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. It's how I hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing a section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can't be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me, and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow, and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed, they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag, they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
Tell you twice, I'm a thief for the night. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Look, if I call you babe, you babe for the day, or babe for the night. You not my wife. She wanna kill her, so f*** all night. I wanna f*** on the thigh, give me a on 9. AP, big rocks, in the hood with the realest. 5K on the dinner, bring 300 down to the dealer. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
I'm rich, but I'm riding, I'm low on exotic. I'm about to fly out and go get me some. Nothing ain't sweet, all this money on me. 100 rats in the bag, that's 100 bun. Baby OG, I been running these streets. Got a game full of shine on my mama's son. Learned about the triple cross when I was young, and I know I ain't going, so I keep a gun. I flew to Paris just to buy some Dior. She begging for attention, I don't see her. CIP pop, I wish that you can see us. Million cash plus whenever I go real. I got some in the street won't beat me. I got the industry tryna beat me. I just go Ray Charles, they can't see me. I'm in a Rolls Royce with a
I did some
Remy.
wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
Yeah, like a thief in the night. I pull up, give it deep for the night. Tryna fuck in the VSI. We can't fuck up my seats cause they white. I'm living like Thriller, I only come out at the nighttime. She don't fuck with liquor, don't like being tipsy. She don't do the Henny, just white wine. Pop the cork on some new Pinot Grigio. I pull up in the Porsche with a freakin'. Park the Porsche and pull up in the Lambo. I hop out, Major Payne, rockin' camo. Think she cute, make her let a man go. Like to shoot, light you up, them Rambo. Cuban link full of rocks, it's a choke. Rest in peace to the pop, make me smoke you.
I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
Yeah, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block, and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib, and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, they saying Drizzy just snap. Distance between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block, and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not pet that little boy in the club? Cause we do not listen to rest. We in Atlanta, I buy her wig. She telling me Tay is the best. Pointed that who act like a killer, but you only one from the net. I'm like the baby, I'm not just a rapper. You play with me, you gon' get stretched. Bring Drake to the hood, surround Drake around. Even though I got a case, I'ma do what it take.
And I never been embraced, and the money's hard to make. So I bet they on their face right now. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block, and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? When he tell the story, that's not how it went. No, they be lying 100%. Moved out of the wrist and forgot about the bend. Now they just called me to tell me come get it. Now that boy off and I don't want no credit. If it was me, they wouldn't regret it. Left me for dead and now they won't dead it. Yeah. Heart is still beating, my still eating. Backyard, it look like the garden eating. Pillow talk with him, she spilling the tea. And then shawty came back and said she didn't mean it. It's hard to believe it. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block, and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where these be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard of my deep stroke. She said, babe, does it hurt when I though? It does. Certified freak, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Damn. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys tryna diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fam. It's how I hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing this section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can't be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me, and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow, and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed, they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag, they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
Tell you twice, I'm a thief for the night. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Look, if I call you babe, you babe for the day, or babe for the night. You not my wife. She wanna kill her, so f*** all night. I wanna f*** on a thigh, give me a all night. AP, big rocks, in the hood with the realest. 5K on the dinner, bring 300 down to the dealer. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
I'm rich, but I'm riding, I'm low on exotic. I'm about to fly out and go get me some. Nothing ain't sweet, all this money on me. 100 rats in the bag, that's 100 bun. Baby OG, I been running these streets. Got a game full of shine on my mama's son. Learned about the triple cross when I was young, and I know I ain't going, so I keep a gun. I flew to Paris just to buy some Dior. She begging for attention, I don't see her. CIP pop, I wish that you can see us. Million cash plus whenever I go real. I got some in the street won't beat me. I got the industry tryna beat me. I just go Ray Charles, they can't see me. I'm in a Rolls Royce with a
did some
Remy.
wrong, but I'm always right. So I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
Yeah, like a thief in the night. I pull up, give a deep for the night. Tryna fuck in the VSI. We can't fuck up my seats cause they white. I'm living like Thriller, I only come out at the nighttime. She don't fuck with liquor, don't like being tipsy. She don't do the Henny, just white wine. Pop the cork on some new Pinot Grigio. I pull up in the Porsche with a freakin'. Park the Porsche and pull up in the Lambo. I hop out Major Payne rockin' camo. Then she cute, make her let a man go. Like to shoot, light you up, them Rambo. Cuban link full of rocks, it's a choke. Rest in peace to the pop, make me smoke you.
I did some wrong, but I'm always right. Said I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Mount Lebanon Football Celebration. Hi, I'm Denny Pastufka, the voice of the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Great to have you with us. I have Coach Bob Palco, along with assistant coach Ryan Reiser, the director of player development, here with me, and we're going to review the 2020 season. Before we do that, I would like to acknowledge and thank a lot of the people behind the scenes who make everything happen on Friday nights. First off, our administration, the Lebo School Board, the athletic department, the facilities department, my team, the Lebo Sports Network, who brings you the games live on the Lebo Sports Network every Friday night, the video crew and technical crew, our photographer, the cheerleaders, the band, our DV sport crew. They do the filming during the week of practice and on Friday nights at the games. The booth guys and the chain gang, a group of veterans who've been here for quite a while. Our bus drivers, the food service people, the trainers and doctors, and the ball boys. All of these people come together to make things work on Friday night for Mount Lebanon football. Let's bring the coaches in now. Hey guys, take us through a timeline of the 2020 season, entering into the season, and when did you guys get started?
2020 for us actually got started in December of 2019. It's Wednesday morning, December 4th, 5:50 report time. Our guys roll in for a 6 a.m. workout. You know, we're turning the page, and here we go with 2020. We go through December, getting our guys acclimated in our program. We give them the holiday break to spend the time with the family. And then January is where we see things really pick up. A lot more aspects to the program, a lot more training that gets involved with that. You know, we add in some very new aspects of the program, our breakfast check-in, where we're trying to get our guys nutritionally sound. You know, we're sending them upstairs to spend some time with, you know, maybe some teammates that aren't in the program because they're multi-sport guys and girls, trying to get our guys out of their comfort zone and really trying to get this group of guys to create their identity and start to gain some momentum and really start pushing forward for a new group of guys. And I mean, there's a ton of stuff that's happening with the staff behind the scenes.
Well, being year two and, you know, we're constantly trying to make things better from you know, what are we doing right? You know, what are we not doing right? You know, what can we do better? You know, you're constantly looking at things, and that's just not X's and O's. It's from a training standpoint, from a, you know, nutrition standpoint. You know, we're always trying to develop the proper culture that our kids can be successful in. And the thing that makes that pretty cool is, again, it's year two, and we saw games.
We saw games, and we saw our guys help pave the way for us to get more involved with some other aspects of the school, with food services, and just the idea that there was more to this to create an identity and a culture and a program than just football, than just what happens on a Friday night.
You speak about the identity of the team. What type of things were you guys working on early on in that time period, and what did you find out about this group of players?
Well, I would say to answer that question, I'd start with the seniors. Again, year two, you know, we're always talking about trusting the process, you know, and we didn't have these kids. They bought in. They were in. It was a matter now of, you know, trying to develop depth and trying to develop skill levels and things of that nature. But that, for us, made it so much easier because, once again, we asked them to be vulnerable. They were vulnerable. We asked them to, you know, to make sure you're on time. They were on time. You know, so it made everything so much easier.
Yeah, these guys never missed a beat. You know what I mean? From the seniors all the way down. The accountability for these guys to be not only present but being contributing from day one. We saw these guys help take the program and click it up to to where we can start to get some things rolling and get some really good things implemented and get past like, well, is this the right or wrong thing to do? These guys never questioned that from day one. They were like, please tell us, we want more, we want more, we want more.
And if you look at this particular group and the underclass leadership that we had, you know, this really and truly set us up for what was about to happen.
And there was a lot about to happen.
Friday, March 13th, the first news of the COVID. How do you think the coaches and players responded to this news?
Well, things got kicked off Friday the 13th. I mean, we had heard some things through the course of the day. And lo and behold, you know, right before the 3:03 bell, we get the news that the school is going to be shut down for 2 weeks. And at the time, we're like, hey, listen, we just went through 2 shutdowns from the weight room flooring that was tore up. You know, we'll deal with this. And it's 2 weeks, you know, and it's March. It'd be different if it was in the middle of the summer. But, hey, this is March, and we'll get through this. So I had about 20 kids, you know, stop in the weight room and just all of us being naive. They were like, well, will we be able to train next week? And I'm like, look, we're shut down. I don't know what that means yet. So we look at that shutdown, and then, you know, here comes the news of that these things are going to be a little bit longer. So us as the coaching staff right away, we're like, listen, we've got to start to create some solutions a little bit.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we then got into the whole virtual thing, and, you know, Coach Nee was in that, you know, mad scientist mind of his, you know, thought we needed to make sure we keep these kids involved, and which was a tremendous idea from the standpoint of it made especially guys like me out of my comfort zone trying to work with technology, and where the kids understood this, you know, very well, and you being just like the kids understood how to do all this stuff. But, you know, it was, I think it was really cool to see how it all came together.
I mean, we went from Zoom, then we had to go Google Meet, then we went back to Zoom, and then we're Google Meet. And, you know, just, we talk about vulnerability, and that's one of the things we said. The coaches were completely vulnerable, but the beauty about it is they paved the way to let these other kids start to let their guard down. And, you know, it was the spring, but with all the uncertainty, what we tried to give these guys is some sort of consistency, some clarity, and say, hey, listen, we don't have any answers for you, but we are here for you, to the point that we're going to have offensive team meeting. We're going to have defensive team meeting. We're going to have positional meetings. We're going to have, you know, Coach Barry on his grease board. We're going to have some of these coaches that are in their backyard trying to demo videos, and then the countless hours that were put into huddle X's and O's. And we got off of this being, you know, spring and football's in the fall. We were more towards, you know, these are our players, and they need us. They need some sort of some direction and some guidance. And I think the big thing was, like you said, the obligation to the kids.
Yeah, it became like, you know, almost like I don't know. It took you over. You wanted to, you know, we fed off each other to just so that the kids could have something to look forward to.
Yeah, clarity. Yeah, and that's the feedback that we got. I mean, we got to see some neat things. I mean, when you go to school every day and then you're staying after school and you're at practice, you're on the practice field, you get to know the kids. I mean, we spend countless hours with these guys. But now at the house, in an uncertain time for all of us, we really got to know our guys behind the scenes. You know, what they have at the house, what they might not have at the house, what limitations they have, who's able to do what. And we saw some guys that, you know, we're on an hour-long Zoom call for a team meeting, and then you might have 5 players that are asking, hey, coach, can I stay after, and can I talk to you for another 20 minutes? Which again, it was a super rough time, you know, staring at that screen, but at the same time, it was not time that was not well spent. All of it accumulated and added up, and I think helped us as we finally got to some real X's and O's.
With all those distractions, how do you think the players as well as you coaches handled everything?
Well, I would tell you, I think kids and technology nowadays are pretty easy. But adults and technology, especially for someone like me, was very difficult. I'd have to call coaches to set up meetings for me because I didn't know how to even, start a Zoom meeting or start, a Google Meet. And so I felt very, vulnerable, so to speak. I know we talk to the kids about this all the time, but it was something to behold, and it was something that to watch this whole thing grow and watch the kids be patient with us. But the thing that came out of it was truly, to see guys not knowing that their camera was on, or guys not, knowing that they thought they were muted and they were yelling at their kid, while these meetings are going on, or, watching, coaches, make videos, teaching videos to upload the huddle, and, having Coach Barry do a linebacker meeting with his Levon Kirkland jersey on. I mean, just all these different funny little things that occur is something that I'll never forget when it comes to this. I think the other thing that came to fruition, so to speak, for me is the amount of time that these guys put into putting together these videos. I mean, the amount of time that, Coach Rise spent organizing these workouts with examples and videos and, explaining how to, I don't have weights, what can I use? I mean, just putting the entire program together with the amount of time that was spent was, truly, truly unbelievable. And, but again, it was something that just made this team a little bit different. It made us a little bit closer. It made us appreciate things. And I know you can ask the kids this, they appreciate things a little bit more. So I thought they handled things extremely well.
Great. During all that, was there a certain time when you felt things came to a head or stepped up to another level?
Yeah, the kids know this. The meeting was May 21st. It was a meeting. Full disclosure. We were all kind of like, what's going on here? Frustrated because we didn't have a lot of answers, and there's only so many times you can meet and stare at a screen. You get guys that are getting great feedback and good buy-in, but you just wanted to take things to that next level. This meeting was one of those meetings where it was. Hey, fellas, listen up, because from this day forward, X, Y, and Z, this is what we're doing. And really what happened was we were asking and we were trying to guide the kids. But what happened was I was actually on a call with the kid, and the parent came right over the top and said, would you please tell these guys exactly what to do? This is what we're asking for. So we set that time, and that time was going to be June 1. From that day forward, that Monday was structured schedule, Tuesday structured schedule, so Wednesday, everything that we had was going to be on a very, very structured schedule. And again, the coach's idea was Coach Nee's idea. He's like, listen, 7:45 roll call. So that's the infamous Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every morning we had this 7:45 a.m. roll call that put us all together at the same time and in the same frame of mind in the morning. Which was huge. It felt like everybody was together for that. And when you're looking at the screen and you see the background, some guys are at the field and you see the lights and you see somebody that just got out of bed and just all those little things. And you get that communication of a guy that's the very first one that's on the call, 7:45, pen and paper, ready to go. Those are all the little things that started to breed a certain personality, and you got to see guys because of the virtualness, open up a little bit and make this deeper connection. And really they were starting to convey, and our seniors were starting to convey a little bit about what they really wanted to happen through these next couple months. If we had a season, and we told them this the whole time. The other frustrating part was, we didn't have any answers for them. And it wasn't like there was a VIP type of behind the scenes that that we had to share with them. So we took it day by day and really, really learned how to adapt and adjust.
And the other thing I would add to that is I think there was a certain obligation that we felt as coaches that, like we really need to do a good job with this. These kids are crying for this. We really need to be on top of our game. And obviously, I thought the coaches did an unbelievable job. And the kids did too. I mean, really, when you look back on something like this, I mean, it's unprecedented. Nothing teaches you to do this, but we just put our heads together and went to work. And like anything else, we figured out a way to get it done.
What do you guys remember the most about all the virtual stuff?
Again, to me, I mean, the vulnerability of everybody, whether it's, just the way in which coaches were trying to upload videos and make videos, teaching videos, and they didn't have anybody to hold the camera. Coach Spieler had his sister-in-law one time, or his daughter one time, just all the vulnerability and the funny times that were just really and truly unbelievable to see how connected it made all of us, and we weren't even together. We weren't allowed to be together, but because of the virtual thing, and I think the leadership that, our coaches displayed really made the situation seem fun.
I think too, with that, and again, we tried to instill, and these guys know this, that it wasn't all bad. Everything that came out of this wasn't all bad. And I think the good thing about it was just being year 2 for us as a program, we got a new appreciation for what some of our kids, have at the house, what they don't have at the house. These different situations that I've got 2 parents at work, so I need to stay at the house, or I might not be permitted to go someplace and train, or I can only train at this, specific time of the day. So I think it peeled back some layers. When you see kids every day at school, in a school setting and after school, you obviously get to know them, but we really got to know a lot of the players, to the point to where, these virtual meetings would be over and you'd have kids stay on for an extra 20 minutes, pouring their heart out because they felt that comfortableness of just making a connection to something bigger than themselves, which was very encouraging.
Guys, when was the first time players and coaches were physically able to get together?
First time together was June 24th. And you want to talk about really having to have your ducks in a row. I mean, obviously logistics of that was crazy with temperature checks and the podding and then the groups and how to divide the groups, and many behind the scenes conversations with the coaches to put the best possible plan in place. Probably the craziest part about that was the report times and locations. I mean, we had to put our linemen in the upper parking lot and keep them separated by using the parking lines to show social distancing. The little things like that. We were together, but we weren't really together. But it felt like we were on top of each other just because of the time away. I mean, any little time that you could physically see someone, it was pretty wild. I mean, you could see the excitement from the kids, but it was almost like a giddiness. And again, we talk about vulnerability. The kids were not only excited to be back to football, but literally excited to be in the presence of their teammates and their friends.
From that point on, from June through August, Coach Palko, it did have its setbacks, did it not?
Well, yeah, it wasn't without setbacks, that's for sure. I mean, 2 weeks into our summer program, and, we were forced to shut down for 14 days, and, which then caused us, all this excitement that we built, it caused us to go back to being virtual for 2 more weeks. And you could feel almost the air come out of the sail. And but once again, I think the senior class and the leaders of this team really stepped up and helped to create this atmosphere virtually that it was just a small setback, and we got to be tough about this. And so we get set back, and 2 weeks we come back, and now the weight room floor is torn up, and so we're forced to move the entire weight room to the wrestling room, which causes, obviously, anytime you move something, numbers and how many people you can have here, and it just, plan A, you had to have plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan D all ready to go, just in case. So we come back and we get through that little hiccup, and here we're coming on toward the end of the summer, getting ready for our last week in heat acclimation, and here we get shut down again for another 14 days. So once again, how our kids handled it and how we continued to move forward was pretty remarkable.
Timmy Jenkins, number 3, safety and receiver. The coach on the Mount Lebanon football team I'd like to learn more about would be Coach Palco, because I feel like he's a good man, and if I knew more about him, it would make me a better football player and it would make me a better man. The best quality in a teammate is leadership, because if a teammate has good leadership, it helps the team grow as one, and if you're stuck on anything, they can just help you through it, and it wouldn't be that big a deal.
Michael Malone, number 4, quarterback. If I could mimic a coaching style, I would mimic Brian Kelly's, and the most important quality I would need in a teammate is leadership.
My name is Ezra Heidenreich. I'm number 8, and I play wide receiver and defensive back. I would say the best quality in a teammate is helping your other teammates to get better every rep at every practice, and also competing with them. I would say the most entertaining player on the team is Alex Texa. He's really fun to be around in the locker room, and I really enjoyed watching him play on both sides of the ball.
Beckham D, number 9, running back in ILB. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon athletics is winning. The best quality in the teammate is leadership and transparency.
I'm Marco Andetti. I'm number 10. I play ILB and wide receiver. The best quality in a teammate is to hold you accountable and to really push you and make you better as a player.
My name is Marco Torcha. I'm number 13. I play wide receiver and defensive back. The best quality for a teammate is probably leadership and courage, because if you're not doing good, they'll tell you to do better. If I received $10,000 today, I'd buy my parents a gift and I'd save the rest for college.
My name is Matthew Wynn. I'm number 17 and I play wide receiver and cornerback. You have to be like a good team player, and you have to have good chemistry with your teammates. Probably whenever I'm walking around the house, I'll just see a door and I'll just do a little spin move around it, just for no reason.
My name is Fred Lasota. I'm number 20 and I play running back and cornerback. The best quality in a teammate is someone who's energetic at every practice and game and lifts the team up. The coaching style I would most resemble would be Coach Janney, because of how he relates to his players.
Luca Boris, number 22, defensive back and wide receiver. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon athletics is leadership, because I feel like leadership can change a team's momentum in the season and help players out to be better players. The best quality in a teammate is, again, leadership, because it can improve a whole team's morale and improve a player's ability to play on the football field.
My name is Jake Schraven. I play wide receiver and outside linebacker. The best quality in a teammate is somebody that goes 100%, because when one person goes all out, everyone else seems to feed off of that. I would like to know more about Coach Barry, because we were never really told too much about him.
My name is Ben McCauley. I'm number 29. I play wide receiver and cornerback. I think if I was a coach at Mount Lebanon, I think I would definitely resemble Coach Nibala's coaching style. He's just kind of like enforcing, but he's also very nice whenever he's not like actually coaching you and you're just kind of having a conversation with him. Best quality in a teammate is when they need to push you to be better, but then also need to be there to pick you up whenever you're doing bad.
Joe Ochuk, number 31, tight end and outside linebacker. If I was given $10,000 today, I would spend it on F-150. If I had to relocate and could only take two things, I'd relocate to Wheeling, West Virginia, take my bed and my pillow.
My name is Matthew Manning. I'm number 36, and I play fullback and linebacker. The biggest responsibility representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is, I think, being a leader and holding yourself accountable. The best quality in a teammate is whenever they are able to pick you up and show leadership.
My name is Jack Esterbrook. I'm number 39, and I play wide receiver and safety. I'd say the best quality is someone that shows up with 100% effort every day and that pushes people and competes with people, because whenever people compete, practice becomes more fun and there's a better energy at practice. I think my friends don't know about, like, at football, how we really push each other and how we actually build relationships with our friends and our coaches.
My name is Connor Young. I'm number 40, and I play tight end and defensive end. The best quality in a teammate is someone who's a team player and is willing to help others. If I was given $10,000 today, I would buy a new phone and then put everything else in for college.
My name's Sam Bagneto. I'm number 50. I play offensive line and defensive line. The best quality of a teammate is responsibility. I would mostly resemble Coach Hathie's because I like the way that he teaches everything.
Hi, I'm Maddox Metzger. My number is 51, and I play offensive and defensive line. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is putting the team over myself, and I can't be selfish in the greatest team sport. The best quality in a teammate is being able to give and take constructive criticism from other teammates while being energetic and happy to be there.
My name is Joe Tipton. I'm number 53, and I play O-line and D-line. I think the best quality in a teammate is someone who puts the players next to him before himself and makes sure that they're taken care of before he is. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon is to be the best player I can be and show other districts that we, the players, and the coaching staff know what we're doing.
My name is Alex Levine. I'm number 55, and I play O-line. If I were coach on the team, I would most likely resemble Coach Barry. He can act tough, but on the inside, he's funny and nice. The best quality in a teammate is being a leader and taking responsibility.
CJ Korwicki, 58, defensive line. If I was a coach on the Lebo football team, I would most resemble Coach Needballa. His tough love for the team, I think, would most resemble me as a coach if I was on the staff. I am an aggressive, kind of tough love person. I love people, but I won't show it necessarily. I think the best quality in the teammate is selflessness. You have to be willing to fight for other people and not be selfish in order to be a good teammate. If it's all about you, there's no team involved. You need to be able to fight for others and be willing to fight for others in order to be a good teammate.
My name is Cameron Petrie. I'm number 65, and I play offensive and defensive line. If I was a coach on the Lebo football team, I would mostly resemble Coach Barry because he knows how to get a message through, but also isn't mean about it. The best quality in a teammate is giving all they have every day and picking players up if they're down.
My name is Jack Cole White. I'm number 66 and I play line. If I could go somewhere and bring 2 items with me, I would take my phone and I would take a beach ball to Hawaii. If I could be a coach on the Lebo football team, whose coaching style would you most resemble? I would be Coach Barry because he likes to have fun but can also be a great coach.
Hi, my name's Quinn Baggy. I'm number 67. I play offensive and defensive line. If I could relocate, I would go to Hawaii and bring my phone and my clothes. If I got $10,000, I would go spend it on a very nice vacation.
My name is Miles Halter. I'm 68 and I play O-line and D-line. So I think the best quality in a teammate is to be able to take criticism and get better from it and just come back the next day stronger. So the coach that I'd like to learn more about is Coach Nee, because he never gives up in games, and that's a really good trait in life, to just never give up and keep on fighting. And also I see him a lot in the high school now, so I'd like to learn more about him.
I like to first start by thanking my Uncle JB for introducing me into football. I don't know who I would be today without football. There are so many life lessons I've learned throughout this sport and couldn't be more appreciative. More importantly, I would love to thank my mother for putting in all the hard work and sacrifices required for me to stay in a better place and position that I am in today. Thankful to have done it at a place like Mount Lebanon. It's the first time in my life I have been supported from all angles and proved that I can be great at something. One thing I miss most about the program is having Thursday night team dinners. I think that could have been something big for us this year so that we can connect with each other more than when we were able to. Mount Lebanon is a place where if you aren't into the cause 100%, then you aren't in at all. Every single person on the team has treated me like their brother, and I want to thank Coach Palgo for that because he holds everyone accountable while allowing for us players, men, and teammates to build strong relationships in the eyes of a goal. Thanks to Coach Palco, Coach Nee, and Coach Reiser for always helping to improve and develop me as a football player and man on and off the field while making sure we are healthy and prepared to go for the team. A huge thank you to my guidance counselor, Miss Lee J, for always making sure I am on top of my grades and helping me get through certain situations and rough times. Some advice I have for the little homies is to stay hungry, keep working hard, and always play for each other. There's no better feeling than winning games when everyone's all in it to win. There are so many things I would do just to have one more game under the lights with my family. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. Thank you so much to the whole Mount Lebanon football program for making our senior year possible. Blue Devil for life.
Number 4, Maurice Plummer, running back, D-back, 3-year letter winner, was selected honorable mention all conference as a D-back. Words that come to mind: loyal, thoughtful, resilient. Coach Nee?
Yeah, I've got to know Mo since I've gotten here, so over 2 years. So me and him have created a nice little relationship, I guess you could say. The one thing about Mo I definitely want to say is, you know, the last 7 weeks that we had with him, I mean, that was kind of the Mo that we know he could be. He was attentive. He was on time. He was having fun, I think, for the first time in a long time. So, Mo, whatever you did for that 7 weeks, the biggest thing is I hope we continue for the rest of your high school career and once you go to college.
Coach Feeler?
You know, this is the one I was most excited to talk about. Looking in the summer, you know, Mo wasn't a guy that was really high on my radar as far as a guy that was playing. He was kind of down the depth chart, but he just kept grinding. And then you talk about the brotherhood that you guys picked as our word. You know, Mo needed that brotherhood halfway through, but he just kept on grinding. You talk about a guy who maybe be third, fourth on the depth chart at the end of the season. He scored a touchdown by working. doing all the things we asked him to do, and then learning how to run outside zone the right way. Stuck his foot in the ground, scored the touchdown to send us to overtime and get that number 2 seed. So this is Mo Plummer's that guy that we want to make sure people try to emulate. Just keep on grinding and be a good brother to everybody.
Mo plans to attend Bethany College and major in construction management and secure a job he loves to do. He will continue his football career, plus eventually become a coach. Come back and share your success with us.
To start, I would like to thank my family for their relentless support, not only throughout my time playing football, but also in helping me grow into the man I am today. I especially want to thank my mom. Nothing I have done is possible without you. Next, I would like to thank my coaches for taking significant time away from their families every day to teach and strengthen our team. Our coaches spent hours to make sure practice and game film had notes on each play to help us improve. Your unwavering commitment to our success will not be forgotten. I would like to thank Mr. B. All of your work behind the scenes does not go unnoticed. Thank you, Coach Reiser, for training and helping us develop into the best version of ourselves. Your dedication to our team is a huge factor in our success. Coach Reiser's weekly workout schedules allowed us to get stronger and faster over the lockdown. He continuously worked to improve the training and to keep us healthy. Thank you for leading us to be our best. Next, I would like to thank Coach Palco. Coach Palco is one of the hardest working people I've met, and he doesn't do any of it for his own gain. He works hard because he wants to see us win. Thank you for the countless hours you put towards our team. You have not only made us better football players, but also better men. Lastly, I would like to thank all my teammates for their steady devotion towards our success. In a year of surprises and controversy, our team has truly stayed united. Through the spring meetings, summer workouts, and 3 shutdowns, everyone had faith in our team and continued to show up to get better. This year we learned a lot about facing adversity and battling like there is no tomorrow. Thank you to all my teammates for making Mount Lebanon football so special. I will cherish the time I spent playing with you guys forever.
Number 6, Owen McGeary, tight end, D-end, 1-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: passionate, courageous, resourceful.
Another one of the Lebo guys who worked hard in every sport he played, and he kind of wanted to know which sport he should play: basketball, baseball, football, and he worked hard in any sport that he did play. We enjoyed having him on the team. Highly intelligent. Sometimes he tried to run the meetings, believe it or not. And he was a great teammate to have. I wish him all the best, and I hope that he comes back to see us soon.
I had the privilege of getting to know OMAC real well last year as a junior as an inside backer. While he did make the move to the D-line this year, our relationship stayed the course. I got to check in with him often and always enjoy swapping stories and busting each other's chops a little bit. Is a highly intelligent guy, very hard-working, eager to get in there and make a play whenever he gets the chance. He's observant, considerate, engaged at all times. Always smiling and enjoying the moment. Always enjoy my interactions with OMAC and wish him nothing but the best.
Owen plans to attend Pitt, major in pre-med, and work in orthopedics.
I'd like to start off by thanking my family, teammates, and coaches for being with me throughout my high school football career. There have been so many great lessons taught and knowledge that I've learned that will help me to shape myself as a person in my everyday life today and in the future. Furthermore, the unforgettable experiences and memories that have happened in my time here will always be remembered, and I'd like to thank everyone for creating these moments each and every season. Even though I personally couldn't finish out the season with the team, I could see the work being put in, and I'm proud of the team as a whole for being resilient and overcoming some major obstacles throughout this season. From start to finish, this team dealt with adversity and learned how to handle it. This team is only getting closer and better as the years go on, and I can't wait to see how great Mount Lebanon football will be in the future.
Number 11, Ronan Donnelly, tight end, linebacker, 1-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: steadfast, loyal, modest.
Not only was Ronan smart, he was athletic and literally explosive. He could jump probably one of the highest verticals on the team. And when he wanted to, he brought a lot of explosiveness to his tackles in his game. Ronan was polite, team-oriented, and I enjoyed having him. Wish him all the best in whatever he decides to do.
really felt for Ronan over the past couple of seasons. I know at the end of last year and then all throughout this year, always battling illness, injury, and whatnot. But it didn't get the best of him. I know I got to talk to him regularly throughout this past season, and it was one of those where, as much as it wasn't what he wanted, he was able to continue to persevere and see the brighter side of things. As Coach King said, he is a highly intelligent guy. When we were having our quarantine meetings back in April, May, June, July, whatnot, I was devoting about 15 minutes a day to the inside backers. And I noticed with Ronan after about 2 minutes each time that he knew everything that he needed to do. I said, thank you very much and have a good day, and we were done. So that guy's got a great mind on him, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Ronan plans to attend a 4-year university and study something in the STEM field. Come back and share your success with us.
As I am looking back on my time spent as a Mount Lebanon football player, I am not reminded of our losses or mistakes I made. All that I am reminded of is how much fun I had with my teammates and being a part of this program. I will always be extremely thankful for my parents allowing me to start football at such a young age, because I truly do not know what type of person I would have been without football in my life. My parents have been there by my side through it all and have always been my #1 supporters. I cannot thank them enough for all they have done. They have made countless amounts of sacrifice for me to just be able to play and be at every game I've had. The game has taught me more than any class in school or any teacher ever could. I was blessed with some of my favorite people as coaches, in which some are in the seats today as parents and some still sit as coaches. To them, I will always be thankful because they have been a constant influence in my everyday life. Not only was I taught about football, however, I learned so many important life lessons that I will use every day. And to my teammates, we will always be brothers. I love you. Thank you so much for making these last few years great. To everybody else who helps make Mount Lebanon football work, I thank you. Your work helps kids like me grow into men.
Number 13, Pat Dunn, 2-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: driven, motivated, loyal.
The thing I liked about Pat, Pat wore my number 13, so it took a lot of pride that I saw Pat playing with reckless abandon. Whenever he went in there, he was running full speed. Whether he knew what he was doing or not, that's what we asked you guys to do, is play on 100%. If you're going to make a mistake, make it full speed running, and you saw that on offense and special teams especially, and I'm sure defense as well, just playing with reckless abandon, and I love that.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of Pat. He came a very long way between his junior and senior year. He was tough. He was hard-nosed. He fought you every snap, just like Coach Spieler said. And the one thing with Pat was, even though he may not have started every game or may not have started any games, it didn't matter to him. He knew at some point he was going to be on the field, and he put the time in and knew exactly when his number was called, he was ready to go.
Upon graduation, Pat's not sure of which college, but will major in construction management, graduate, and come back to Pittsburgh. Come back and see us, Pat.
It's been an honor to be able to play with my teammates and under the coaches at Mount Lebanon. I couldn't have asked for a better group of guys to play with. It was most certainly different than most years with everything changing because of the virus, but we adapted it and made it a good time. I knew I was in good hands the first time I stepped in the weight room in January, and it wasn't hard being the new guy because everyone was so open and always talking to me and getting to know me. I loved everything about the program before we even got into the depths of things. In the end, we all wish things were a little different, but we did what we could, and I wish I was coming back next year because it was just such a good time. I hope us seniors made our mark in Leba history and continue to fall through all the other grades. There's some amazing leaders coming up in the grade below, and I know they will take care of business, teach the younger kids great things, and be a good role model for the future of Mount Lebanon. Again, thank you to all the amazing teammates and coaches that made this the best year it could possibly be. Always be there for my brothers and coaches the way that they were there for me. Again, thank you, Lebo Football, for everything.
Number 14, Trevor Barrett, fullback, linebacker. Lettered every year at Lebo. Trevor was selected second team all-conference as an inside linebacker. Words that come to mind: integrity, tough, foxhole guy.
TB as an inside backer is a natural. To be quite honest, I spent most of my season doing everything I could not to mess him up. In fact, there were times I intentionally didn't tell him something just because he did things in such a natural manner. He's fearless. He's a huge competitor. He's got a nose for the football. The amount of plays that he was involved in and in on the tackle is ridiculous. Led through his toughness. I mean, heck, he played through the whole Hempfield game with a bruised kidney and didn't say a word to anybody until the next morning. The coolest thing about him, though, he really loved his team. He thoroughly enjoyed his season here at Lebo and couldn't get over how everybody rooted for each other. Very cool.
Man, Trevor is what Whippeal football, what Western Pennsylvania, what Pennsylvania football is all about. Trevor's tough-nosed. He's a grinder. He's one of those guys, those old-school guys you could put in a phone booth, and you know for sure that Trevor was going to come out on top, and he's going to do it with a smile. Anything you asked him to do, Trevor was going to do it. He was going to do it with some passion. He was going to do it with some excitement, and you knew he was going to run through a brick wall for you. I know that no matter what Trevor does, he's going to do it with unselfish, relentless passion for whatever he does, and he's going to be great. I loved having Trevor around.
Upon graduation, Trevor plans to continue his football career, major in biology, and become involved in sports medicine. Come back and share your success with us, Trev.
Underclassmen who continue to play, make the most of your time in this program, as it will be over before you know it. I am shocked at how fast my time here has gone and wish that it was still going on. Don't take any time with your teammates for granted, because they are the people you will make memories with. My best memory of being on this team was probably when we beat USC during my junior year on their home field. That feeling of being surrounded with people that truly cared about each other and were working for one common goal felt awesome. After the game, the Den stormed the field and we all gathered together to represent this community, which was an amazing feeling. Next, I would like to thank our coaches, as they have put in countless hours away from their families to make sure we were the best group of young men there was. I thank Coach Reiser for his dedication to our strength program, making sure we were in the best condition for game days. He and Coach Palco have our best interest in mind at all times. Coach Palco has taught me not to worry about how I am affected personally, but rather how we as a team have grown together over the years. I thank him for the time he has put into not only making us great football players, but great young men as well. Now, setting aside the members of the program, my parents have helped me in ways that I had not realized for a long time. I'm here to thank them and say that they have and will not go unnoticed. They have helped me throughout my high school career, and I can't even put into words how thankful I am for them being by my side.
Number 18, Cortland Peer, running back, linebacker, 2-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: optimistic, reliable, soft-spoken.
Offensively, Cortland did everything that Coach Palco threw him in to do. Didn't even blink. And I thought towards the end of the season what he was going to be remembered for were his fire calls on PAT field goal, which were always an adventure in practice. But more importantly to me, towards the end of the season, he hurts his hand, and I asked him when he was refereeing the flag football games if he could still go. He said absolutely. He didn't even blink. He was going to do whatever he could to get in there. Even with that balloon he had for his hand, he was going to do whatever he could for the team. And I know Mount Lebanon football appreciates that.
Rust! Well, Cortland, it finally took me until the end of 2020 to realize that I didn't always have to shout your name because you were always standing right behind me. You were always close by because you always wanted to get coached and get better. You went from corner, receiver, all the way to outside linebacker to running back. You were always willing to put the team first, and you wanted to make sure the team succeeded. Whether that was at the expense of you and others, you were a team-first guy, and that's going to lead to a bright future, buddy.
Cortland plans to attend a 4-year university, major in biology, and find a stable job. Hope they'll be back in Pittsburgh, my man.
First off, I'd like to thank my parents for everything they've done for me. Since second grade, they've been driving me to games and practices, and they've spent so much of their time just so I can play this game. They've supported me every step of the way, and I've been at every game that they could. I also want to thank my brothers, Donald and Lucas. They have always supported me, and they're great players as well, who have set a great example for what I strive to be both as a football player and as a person. I want to thank Coach Reiser because he's been such a great coach and has put so much time into this program to build it into what it is now. All the work in the offseason really paid off when the season came. I also want to thank Coach Frank, who is my position coach on both offense and defense this year. We spent almost every practice together, and he always pushed me to be my best. I want to thank every single player on this team. These guys have made all of the time that we put into this team fun and worth it. I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else. Lastly, I want to thank Coach Palco. Our senior class is lucky. We were able to experience what it was like before Coach Palco arrived and now. He always said that we need to change the culture here, and in 2 years, so much has already changed for the better. Because of Coach Palco, I got to experience what it's like to be part of a brotherhood, which is something you can't really find anywhere else in life. Football may be over for me, but I'll always be a Blue Devil.
Number 20, Andrew DeCaro, wide receiver, outside linebacker, 2-year letter winner. Andrew was selected as the Scholar Athlete Award for the Great American Rivalry Series versus North Allegheny.
So when I met AD 3 years ago, I became a better coach. AD is completely selfless. He'll do anything anything that you ask of him. When you need anything, he's there, either offense, defense. And it's not just in good times. He'll battle through the adversity, injuries. His sophomore, junior year, came back, was dedicated. I'm truly excited to see where he'll go in the future because his story's just beginning. So make sure you stay in touch, AD.
AD's one of these kids that you watch him and you witness him mature with each and every week. He's a buy-in guy from day one. Not a real vocal guy, but a guy that once you get him talking, he's got some good things to talk about. He's a young man that constantly reminds us what it means to be around awesome kids. He's just a great kid. AD, I really appreciate your efforts, buddy. And like Coach Frank said, you are just getting started. Can't wait to see where you go.
Upon graduation, Andrew is undecided on his college choice, but will major in engineering and get a good job. I'm sure you will. Come back and share your money with us.
I would like to start out by thanking both my family and friends for making it possible for me to have such an opportunity to be able to live out my wildest dreams. I am beyond grateful to say I've been given the outlet to display who I truly am through the sport and my first love, football. Many people have contributed to my success and have been there to support me through my failures. One of those people being Coach Palco. He has taught me through the game of football is not only a sport, but a way to show young men like myself and all the other growing athletes the foundation of building character and overall being a great man. I've learned through my football career the discipline required both on and off the field has led me to see treating everyone with the utmost respect is the only way a true athlete should conduct themselves. I would like to say a very special and forever thank you to my father for having patience only a father can have. He alone was able to teach me how to hone in on my craft and build on what I flourish in the most and how to run with it until the legs fall off. He didn't even stop the world from spinning if I asked. His blood, sweat, and tears into raising me into the man I am today is why I will continue down the path of success. Right beside me has also been the most nurturing, hard-working woman on the planet by far. Though not a coach on the field, she has always been my #1 supporter on the sideline. For her eternal love and support, I will always be forever grateful. To all the coaching staff that have directly impacted my football career and personal life with life lessons and countless laughs, and the amazing coaching itself, I would like to thank them all and always keep them in their wise words with me. They've given many unforgettable memories I will carry out throughout my life and will pass to other athletes. Lastly, to all my teammates, it's been the best experience I've had, and you will always hold a special place in my heart. Thank you.
Number 22, Vasan Penix, running back, D-back, 2-year letter winner. Was selected honorable mention all-conference as a running back his junior year. Words that come to mind: competitive, honest, soft-spoken.
Yeah, I feel terrible for V. We were getting ready to have an inter-squad scrimmage, and V came up with an injury, and he was penciled in to play a lot of football. Defensively and even offensively. So it never got right. So he never could really step back on the field. But the good part about V is he came a long way between his junior and senior year defensively, and he was right there in the mix until this unfortunate thing happened.
Vasan was one of our most athletic and smooth runners as a junior, and we certainly looked forward to him having a big season. He stuck with us. Vasan was a positive presence and a gentleman on and off the field.
Hassan plans to attend college and major in criminology and possibly becoming a detective. Come back and share your success with us, V.
My name is Aiden Dawson. I'm number 1, and my positions are running back and free safety. I think the best quality in a teammate is they have to be trustworthy, and I have to know that they have my back because I know that I have theirs. I'd like to learn more about Coach Spieler just because he's a first-year coach. He's a really great coach, and he led us to the first round of the playoffs. And our offense was really good this year. But he's a little quiet, and yeah, I just want to know more about him.
Alex Travaden, number 10, and I play quarterback and corner. The biggest responsibility I feel is working really hard every day. The best quality in a teammate is leadership.
My name is JP Walters, number 15, and I play quarterback and outside linebacker. The biggest responsibility of representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is always being a hard worker. The best quality a teammate can have is always being accountable.
My name is Noah Archbold. I wear number 16, and I play quarterback and inside linebacker. I would resemble Coach Barry the most. I love the way he's focused and intense in practice, but he'll do anything for the kids. He texts us after practice, texts us before practice, lets us know what's happening. I think the best quality for a teammate is trust. You gotta know who's on your team, you gotta know if they got your back and if you have theirs.
My name is Luke Lombardo. I wear number 19, and my positions are tight end and defensive line. The biggest responsibility of representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is displaying a student athlete who can balance schoolwork and sports responsibly and excel at both. The best quality in a teammate is trust. If I can trust someone to keep me in check as a player and make sure that I'm giving all I have, there's really nothing you could ask more.
My name is Michael Beersdorf. I'm number 27, and I play wide receiver and safety. I think the biggest responsibility of representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is always being a hard worker and leading by example. I think the best quality in a teammate is being unselfish and being there for everyone.
I'm Cal McAdams, number 30, and I play wide receiver and outside linebacker. The best quality a teammate can have is having the willingness to help others. If I had to relocate, I would go to San Diego, California, and bring my guitar and some money and live in my condo.
My name is Joe Goulash. I wear number 32, and I play inside linebacker and fullback. Best quality in a teammate is definitely accountability. The most entertaining player to watch on the field is definitely Cade Capristo. He's just always full energy.
Number 33, Idris Wilson, running back, defensive line. The best quality in a teammate is loyalty and leadership to me the most. If you gave me $10,000, I would try to help my family and keep the money to myself.
My name is Aiden Fennell. I'm number 35, and I play cornerback and running back. The coaching style that resemble me would be Coach Kalichi. I feel like Coach Kalichi is he's the hype man, and I could definitely be a hype man. The best quality in a teammate is leadership and just to push people to be their best.
My name is Quinn Van Duzen. I wear number 40, and I play inside linebacker and tight end. Best quality in a teammate is someone who can keep you accountable and always push you. I'd like to learn more about Coach Barry because he's my position coach and I don't really know much about him.
I'm Johnny McGee. I'm number 41. I play receiver and cornerback. I think the best quality in a teammate is having good leadership. Most entertaining player on the team is Anthony Petrogallo because he's always having fun.
My name is Will Hartung. I'm number 43, and I play tight end and inside linebacker. The best quality in a teammate is knowing that they they will help you work really hard and be a better player in person. Definitely Coach Barry, because he's such an interesting dude and super funny and always energetic all the time.
My name is Nathan Sala, and I'm number 44, and I play running back and safety. I think the best quality a teammate can have is loyalty. If I were given $10,000 today, I would go on a week-long fishing trip in Florida.
My name is Grayson D. I'm number 45, and I play tight end and D-line. The best quality in a teammate is trust, both trust in them and them having trust in you. The most entertaining player is Idris Wilson, because he always has something funny to say.
I'm Aiden Anderson. I'm number 46, and I play running back and outside linebacker. So if I was a coach, I would most resemble Coach Kalichi, because he brings so much energy and he's just the epitome of a hype man. The best quality is to have dependability and leadership, because you always need someone to stand out and be dependable.
Tyler Harpst, I'm number 47, and I play running back and safety. The biggest responsibility in representing Mount Lebanon athletics is that you have to go 100% every play. The best quality in a teammate is that they have to know how to have your back.
My name is Cole Markle. I'm number 48, and I play wide receiver and corner. It's definitely having to look for my teammates, make sure they're not getting into trouble, make sure they're doing everything they need to be doing. I definitely want to learn more about Coach Kalichi, because he always brought the most hype and kind of excitement to practice. And he's always the guy who's the loudest.
My name is Rocky Fennell, and I wear number 49, and I play outside linebacker and tight end. If I were to coach Malibu football, I would most resemble Coach Kalichi. He always brings energy and something to the table. I would say the best quality in a teammate would be being dependable and people that always trust you, can always count on you.
My name is Frank Tinnemeyer. I'm number 53, and I play offensive and defensive line. I believe that the most important quality in a teammate is loyalty. I feel the biggest responsibility in representing Mount Lebanon is to work every day towards winning a championship.
My name is Andrew Freedy. I'm number 54, and I play offensive line and D-line. I think I'd most resemble Coach Hathey the most, because I can be calm and collected in tough situations. The best quality in a teammate is to be able to give and be given criticism.
Hi, my name is William Tinnemeyer. I'm number 56, and I play center and nose tackle. I think the best quality in a teammate is to always have your back through the good times and the bad times. Something that happens in football that people who don't play football don't know about is after a hard day of practice, we would fight for a bone and to get us riled up and excited.
My name is Ryan Long. I wear number 57, and I play offensive tackle and defensive end. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon athletics is knowing that all eyes are on the football team. Anything I do is reflected on my teammates and the coaches. I want to make everyone involved proud by leading by example. The best quality in a teammate is putting the team's success above their own.
I'm Jacob Michelson, number 59, and I play offensive and defensive line. The biggest responsibility I feel for having to represent Mount Lebanon athletics is having to play for more than just a middle school or a private team, and having to play for a whole community and have that name on your jersey. The best quality in a teammate is being accountable and to actually show up to practices and lifts.
My name is Alex Kramer. I'm number 63, and I'm a specialist. The biggest responsibility I feel when representing Mount Lebanon athletics is always giving my best effort and building on mistakes. The best quality in a teammate is dedication and having each other's back at all times.
My name is Jesse Petler, number 70. I play offensive and defensive line. I would probably resemble Coach Barry because of his intensity and loving to watch film. The best quality to have in a teammate is trust.
David Cower, number 73, left guard. The best quality in a teammate is caring about the person next to you and putting them before yourself. The most entertaining player on the team is Idris Wilson. He always brings a smile to my face every time he walks in the room. Always has something funny to say.
My name's Kate Capristo. I'm number 77. I play right tackle and defensive line. The best quality of a teammate is a great leader and a kind friend. Cooper Austin, because he's just a great teammate and a great friend.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, number 79, and I play O-line, D-line. I would go to the Polynesian island of Tuvalu, and I would bring two things, a MacBook and a router, because I could use the MacBook to order more things and the router to get Wi-Fi protection. If I was given $10,000, I'd probably go on StockX, and I would get the Air Jordan 1 Dior's.
So my name's Colton Kramer. I'm number 80. I play tight end and outside linebacker. I think the best quality in a teammate is honesty, because if you mess up, they'll let you know and you'll be better for next time. I would go on a vacation to Hawaii.
My name is Charlie Bear. I'm number 81 and I play receiver and corner. The best quality in a teammate is optimism, because without it, we'll probably lose games because there's no hope. If I got $10,000, I'd probably save up for a car because I'm turning 16 soon and I can almost drive.
I'm Cameron Jones and I'm number 83 and I play safety and wide receiver. I think the best quality of a teammate is one that has your back no matter what and is supportive of every player. Something I do in football that my friends don't play football don't know about is the dog bone drill that we do after every practice.
My name is Michael Javaden. I'm number 84 and I play wide receiver and outside linebacker. The biggest responsibility of representing Mount Lebanon athletics is improving every day you're at practice. The best quality in a teammate is always being accountable and they'll always be there for you.
My name is Garrett Pavlik. I'm number 85. I play wide receiver and outside linebacker. I think the best quality in a teammate is just reliability, just knowing you can always, trust someone. Something that we do every day that someone that didn't play football wouldn't know about is just the brotherhood that being a part of the team brings.
Paulo Matz, number 86, inside linebacker and fullback. The best quality in a teammate is accountability. I'd like to learn something about Mr. B because of the mystery surrounding him, and he seems like he's got something to hide.
My name's Anthony Petrogallo. I'm number 88, and I play wide receiver and corner. The best quality in a teammate is someone who holds you accountable and is loyal and will tell you what you do wrong and help you fix that. I think I would resemble Coach Kalichi because he just matches my energy very well.
First off, I just want to thank all of my coaches, especially Coach Palco, Coach Reiser, Coach Nee, Coach Shaluga, and Coach Frank. Without them, I wouldn't even be close to where I am, both physically and mentally. I also need to thank my parents for everything they've done to help me, like getting me up at 5 a.m. to make me breakfast, then drive me to school and get me a lift. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. To the seniors, there isn't enough I can say thank you all. Them and all my teammates always gave me reason to keep competing until the whistle blew, and were people I knew I could count on to have my back. This program didn't feel like a regular team, it felt like a brotherhood, and I'm so grateful that was just a small piece of it. Playing football was one of the greatest choices I ever made in my life, and I'll forever hold on to the memories I made and the lessons I learned. If I didn't have this program and the amazing people part of it, I wouldn't be the person I am today. This year really taught me to treat every day like it could have been my last day, and to put in as much effort as I could for every single rep. To the underclassmen, just know that when it's over, that's it. There's no second chances. You will never be part of such a great program with people who care about you like this. The clock is ticking, so just make everything you can of it. Take nothing for granted and leave it all out in the field.
Number 29, Furio Fidel, wide receiver and defensive back, one-year letter winner, was selected captain his senior year. Words that come to mind: devoted, dedicated, concerned.
Furio embodies many of the core principles of Mount Lebanon football. He's a team captain, a team-first guy, always a positive presence, first guy to step up in drills.
Yeah, I can't say anything else other than what Coach Luga just said, but the one thing that I'll always remember about Furio is we're getting ready to play the first game, and we're playing Canamac, and we call for the coin toss. And by the way, Furio probably was the number one coin toss guy because we had to kick every time. Thanks, Furio. But anyway, he's standing out there, and he's with the other captain from Canamac, and the guy's like 6'5", 300, and Furio is towering over him. So it was a pretty neat picture I have of him.
Upon graduation, Furio plans to attend Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics and become an aircraft mechanic. Come back and see us, Furio.
While this may not have been the ideal senior season because of COVID, and it may not have ended the way I thought, it is still sad to say goodbye to Lebo football. After almost a decade of wearing the blue and gold, it is so strange to think that I will never be able to wear a helmet bearing those iconic golden horns or a Mount Lebanon jersey ever again. Moments from this season like beating Central and Casey's game winner will be some of my fondest memories. I couldn't imagine my life without all the years of playing the game I have come to love with the people that have come to be some of my closest friends. I want to thank all of my coaches and my teammates for everything they have done for me. To my fellow seniors, whether we have played together since elementary school or you just started playing in high school, I'm glad to have called you my brothers. And to my brother and my teammates who will be returning to the field next season, make the most of your time with each other. Those will be the memories that you will carry with you forever. To my coaches, thank you for everything. Your passion for the game was clear and I am truly grateful. No matter what the future holds for me, I'll look back on what this sport has made me and smile. And while this may have been my last year officially on the team, you better believe I'll be at Heinz Field celebrating your victory next season. Thank you.
Number 31, A.J. Lombardo, tight end, defensive end, one-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: responsible, intelligent, rational.
A.J. Lombardo is the kind of guy that you need on your football team to make a program. He's the kind of guy that gives everything he's got every day. He does what he's asked to do each and every time, and he always works to make himself better. And the great thing about AJ is it wasn't about making himself better, it was about making the team better, whether it was in the weight room, whether it was a running program, or whether it was on the football field. AJ always gave everything he had, and I feel lucky to have got to coach him.
I had the pleasure of coaching AJ this year, and actually in the last couple of years. He's one of the nicest kids on the team. Not only that, he's also one of the most intelligent kids on the team as well. He's always asking questions, always looking to get better, always seeing what he can do, and always kind of tugging on his shirt, trying to get his reps in during practice to make the team better, as well as achieve his personal goals. I enjoyed working with AJ. He's a tremendous kid. I wish him all the best in the future.
After he graduates, AJ plans to attend Penn State, Purdue, IU, or VTech. Major in business, and he's eager to see what the future holds. I'm sure it's bright, AJ. Come back and share your success.
I first want to start off by thanking some people who have supported me and shaped who I am today. Mom, thank you for always being there whenever I needed anything. Whether it was taking me to a lift at 6 in the morning or getting me a snack and water bottle ready so I could get to practice on time. I also want to thank my dad. Without him, I would have never found my passion for football. He always wanted me to be the best I could be at everything I did. When I was younger, I never understood why we would catch outside in the backyard until I got 20 in a row. But today I realize that putting that extra work creates a work ethic that will help you be successful later in life. To my coaches, I want to thank you guys for creating not just a football atmosphere, but a family. I've learned so much more than football in the 2 years you guys have been here. I've learned what it means to overcome adversity and to battle through the challenges that came with this past season. During these tough times, football was the only thing that seemed normal in my life. Throughout the season, we went by the word brotherhood. In the summer and leading into the season, it was difficult to establish that connection within our teammates. But as we progressed, that all started to change. We started to lock arms and play for the man to the left and right of us. I know now that the bond we built will never be broken, because we all learned how to overcome obstacles, not just by ourselves, but together. So I want to thank my brothers, my teammates, for always being there and battling with me whenever we need each other most. This program is going in the right direction, and I can't wait to see what you underclassmen can do next year. All I have to say is trust the process and go win it all. Go Lebo.
Number 32, Billy Green, fullback, defensive line, one-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: compassionate, humble, soft-spoken.
I really enjoy working with Billy the last several years. I've known him for a long time on the baseball diamond and around town and palling around with his teammates. He had guys come over to work out when working out was not easy to do this year. And I know he and all of his teammates did everything they could to be successful and add value to the team. He was one of the best kids that you could ask for as far as being a team player. And I know that he and his family should be proud of all of his efforts.
So meeting Billy 3 years ago, I mean, he's been a selfless guy, and it's kind of a continued theme with his senior class. A guy that was willing to change positions, not just for himself personally, but wanted to put the team first and do everything he could to help the team. At every workout, summer, spring, fall, winter, even in the dog days of summer, totally dialed in. Always was positive, never showed any pain or frustration when things were going bad in a game for the team. I wish you the best of luck, Billy.
After graduation, Billy plans to attend Duquesne University and major in marketing. Come back and say hello, Billy.
Playing football was one of the best experiences of my life. It's where I met the guys who are now my closest friends and where I made some of the best memories from my 4 years of high school. One of my favorite things Coach Palco would say is football is a vehicle for life, because there's so many things that are important to the game of football that are also important in life. And I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned is how to handle adversity. And I think this year really tested us with COVID and all that stuff. Getting shut down, and well, we weathered the storm and overcame it, and that's something that I'm proud of because we didn't know what was coming next. We didn't know if we were going to have a season or not, but as a team we decided that we would fight to the end, and that's what we did. So in doing so, we set the foundation for our brotherhood, and I trust this group of guys, not just the seniors, but everyone, to carry on the torch and finish what we started. I would like to thank all the coaches for teaching me everything that they did and for helping to steer us in the right direction. I want to thank my family for all their support throughout the years, and my dad specifically, because he was one of the first to spark my interest in football, and I would not be here if it wasn't for him. Lastly, I want to thank all my teammates for such a great experience, and I look forward to coming back to watch you guys win it all next year.
Number 36, Sean King, fullback linebacker, 1-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: accountable, reliable, dependable.
Sean comes from a proud Mount Lebanon football family, and he represented the King name well. He was tough, positive, and had an appreciation for the finer details of football. One story that comes to mind, I was watching a play in practice, and Sean was next to me, and I noticed a player perform an improper technique, which Sean knew I had emphasized. And before I could even say anything, Sean just said casually, "Coach, I know that pains you." And that was the little details like that. Sean's appreciation and love for the game is one of the things I'll always remember.
Sean did whatever he could every day to make the team better. He's a scout team warrior, always providing a good look for the fellas. Tough individual. Saw him roll his ankle in a major way at a practice and thinking that he's going to be out for 2 weeks, and the next day at practice he's right back in there on the scout team, full speed ahead. A great weight room guy, a leader in the weight room, always working hard, basically always willing to do whatever he can to help the team get better.
After graduation, Sean plans to attend Westminster and major in history. Come on back and see us and share your success.
Firstly, I would like to thank my family. Their support through my seasons, no matter the outcome, was unmatched. Thank you for always being by my side. Secondly, I would like to thank my coaches. Their attention and care for me helped in days where I really needed it. And I can really say I felt cared for each and every day. Next, I would like to thank my teammates. The bond I created with them is most definitely an experience I will never forget. For my seniors, I am grateful for the energy we sparked and the relationships we made. And for underclassmen, I am excited to see them grow together and continue to grow as a team. And I cannot wait to stick around the program and watch as all of you guys link arms for oncoming seasons. And finally, I would like to thank the trainers, my friends, and any other person who has supported me and helped me throughout the years. Football has given me memories to last a lifetime, and a bond with both my teammates and coaches alike that I cannot get anywhere else. I am extremely grateful to have been in the position that I am, played as much as I have, and experienced what I have experienced. Thank you to everybody who has supported me along the way.
Number 37, Casey Sorsdal, kicker and punter. He's a 3-year letter winner. He was selected second team all-conference his sophomore year, his junior year, and his senior year, 3 times. Words that come to mind: loyal, persistent, compassionate.
On the special team side, Casey did it all for us. Coming into the season, the plan was to have Casey kick off and do field goals, but he really showed talent as a punter, and that ball just kind of jumps off of his foot as a punter. He's really a special talent there, but he was really good on kickoffs. He was really good on his field goals and PATs. And one thing I take from Casey was he was always his own worst critic. Before like anybody else could say something, he already knew what he did wrong, and he was working to fix it in his mind already.
You know, as far as Casey's concerned, he was always a consummate professional. He was probably one of the more coachable kids on the team, which says a lot about specialists. That typically isn't something you see from specialists. Casey was take information. He wanted to get better. He always did everything he can, day in and day out, to be the best at his craft and to pay attention to detail to do the best for his team.
After graduation, Casey plans to attend Texas A&M, major in computer science, and work in that field. Hopefully you'll be doing it in Pennsylvania.
First off, I would like to thank my parents for supporting me every day and always coming to my games to cheer me on. I'd like to thank my older brother Tyler for the inspiration to be a punter, and my younger brother Jack for coming to work out with me. I'd like to thank my grandparents for always watching the games and supporting me. I'd like to thank my coaches for dedicating their time every day to make me and the team better. I'd like to thank Coach Palco and Coach Reiser for being welcoming and inclusive in the weight room, because without that, I do not think I would have ever played high school football. I would also like to thank Mr. B, CJ, and all the other people in this community that have made everything possible for me and my teammates. Finally, I'd like to thank my teammates, especially the other specialists, for all the good times in making my time on the football team the best it could be.
Number 39, Nick Estabrook, punter and kicker, 2-year letter winner. Was selected honorable mention all conferences junior year as a punter. Words that come to mind: honest, conscientious, mature.
Nick was a really, really good athlete. I was really happy to meet him and get to work with him this year. He played 2 sports, never missed a beat, and his unreal potential as a kicker. As the season went on, I realized just how strong his leg was, and he really had the strongest leg out of anybody we had on the team. It was a great opportunity to meet Nick and to work with him.
I remember meeting Nick when the first time that I got here to Lebo, and it was our first true after-school workout. He was a guy that was there, that was around, and he was putting in work, but you could just tell that from the instant that I got to know him, that he was intrigued and he was interested in learning more and making himself better in all kind of ways. And I think he is one of these foundational guys for me at Lebo that helped me understand, where he was coming from and maybe where some of these other student athletes are coming from and their yearn and their interests. So, Nick, I appreciate that time that we spent from the get-go, and your openness and honesty and just being inquisitive on the things that we were doing. And I'm excited to see where you go.
After graduation, Nick plans to attend a 4-year university, major in biology, and he does plan on coaching his kids. Hopefully you'll do it in Mount Lebanon.
To start off, I would like to thank my parents for the endless, brutal hours that they have endured over my football career. Thank you for taking a step back and letting me develop my own passion for the game. You truly don't know how much that means to me, don't know where I would be without you two. Thank you so much, and I love you, Mom and Dad. During the summer, when we had literally nowhere to go and train, I'd like to thank Mrs. Teska. Thank you for letting us come over every single day and abuse your rack. It means a lot. To Alex, Joey, AD, and Omac for keeping me accountable every single lift that we had over quarantine, letting me hear it whenever I missed a lift. To all the underclassmen this year for lifting us seniors up when we were in doubt about our season. You guys were a boost each and every single day. All of the success this year wouldn't have been possible without Harrison Piddle, DV Sport, the District Food Services, Mr. B, CJ, our trainers, Joe, Sarah, Dan, the Pitt students, and all the sponsors and donors. Without all the sacrifices that these people made, our successes wouldn't have been possible this year. I will always remember this summer specifically, for all the workouts we were allowed to do with the team, and all of the workouts we did ourselves. It wouldn't have been possible without Coach Reiser. Coach Reiser's genuine passion to make not just athletes, but complete human beings is something that I'll never forget. The sweat and tears he put into everything he did is truly an inspiration for every single one of us. The amount of game plan, huddle analysis, and sacrifices that every single one of the coaches made for us is unbelievable. Thank you to Coach Nee, Spieler, Hathi, Saluga, Smiley, and Frank for the incredible amount of patience you each had for me. I know that was pretty tough dealing with me. To Coach Barry, I'll never forget the day you came into the weight room and asked me to be an ILB. You took me under your wing and taught me the entire ILB group lessons bigger than ourselves, and lessons bigger than this sport. I've never met a coach truly invested in all our personal lives like you. You taught us if we had a network of people that you truly loved, you will work hard for them regardless. I can't thank you enough for all you've taught me. And to Coach Paco, thank you for giving all of us the tough love that we needed. You showed us an example of working your butt off and succeeding, and you showed us that every single day. Thank you, Coach. I want to end this with a message to the underclassmen. Remember the win against Seneca Valley. Remember the tremendous feeling after that game. Without all of the work that all of the coaches put into that, and all the hard work that we put in the practice that week, that win is nowhere near possible. When you put everything into this program, you'll get results like this. As soon as you buy in, there's nobody that you guys can't beat.
Number 42, Ryan Martin, 2-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: authentic, trustworthy, reliable.
Much love to Rhino. He had a solid junior season at the outside backer spot, and we asked him in this offseason if he'd be willing to make the move to inside, and he did it without even blinking an eye. He got more and more comfortable as the season progressed along. He's fast, he's quick, he's explosive, and it really started to show more and more as the season went along. Became a student of the game, and by the very end, he's out there making all the calls, getting the fellas set, getting them ready to roll. Pretty cool stuff to see.
Ryan, again, another team guy. You could always count on Ryan when things were getting tough, whether it was in the off-season or season, to be that guy, to be kind of that shining light of positivity, to pick everybody up, coaches included. Never afraid to give his all. Anytime he was in any rep, you knew you were going to get his best effort. A guy that was never afraid of contact, and Ryan, you solidified that for me in my mind in your sophomore year against Seneca Valley. I'm pretty sure that kid that you hit on the sideline hasn't forgotten either. The traits you exhibited, not just in this season, won't make you just a successful football player, but just a successful person in life. And I can't wait to see what you accomplish, Ryan.
After graduation, Ryan plans to attend Miami University of Ohio, major in business, and look forward to being a successful business person. Come back and share that success with us, buddy.
I would first like to thank my parents, who were through all the blood, sweat, and tears with me. I wouldn't be the person I am today without them. They would be the ones to drive me at 5:30 in the morning and make sure I was eating enough and make sure all my clothes were clean before practice. Next, I would like to thank all of my coaches, especially Coach Palco, Coach Reiser, Coach Haffey, and Coach Spieler. They have taught me to be a leader, a teammate, and to respect everyone I meet. And to all my teammates, each and every one of you are my brothers. I would never want to trade any of you. Some advice I have for you is to bring value in everything you do, from the Google Meets to team lifts. Also, don't take advantage of anything, because one day you will be writing your senior speech thinking of all the memories you made with all your brothers. Our football program is one of the best programs if everyone trusts each other and locks arms, and won't leave anyone behind. A team is an unstoppable force if you trust your coaches and believe in one another. Think of what the program has already done for you and what it can do for you in the future. I am so grateful for it. Football is a crazy sport that can turn your life around, but it all starts in the off season. Don't regret what you could have done more. Do it now. I would also like to thank Harrison Piddle for his great camera work and for what he has done for the team.
Number 51, Colin Plesko, offensive line, defensive line, 2-year letter winner. Colin was selected a captain his senior year. He also was honorable mention all-conference as a center. He was nominated for Honor the Game Award. Words that come to mind: supportive, committed, devoted.
Colin made our job, my job, all the coaches' jobs, and everybody that he touched he made their jobs a lot easier. From the center position, offensively, from a football standpoint, everything goes as the center goes, and I knew from the summer that we were going to be in good hands with Colin. He's a guy that we have big shoes to fill, because he did everything he could on and off the field to make sure that he was doing his best for his teammates. And on the sideline, he was engaged. He was a guy never too high, never too low, and he was always doing his best to make sure that he got better on every play and every day.
Yeah, Colin really did make you look good as a coach, because he always made the right call. He always made the right play. His effort was always fantastic. Physically, he just got the job done however he had to. And as a leader on the team, was vocal when he needed to, just sort of ground down when he had to, and did a fantastic job. We'll miss him a lot.
Colin has been accepted to numerous schools, but is undecided about where to go or what to major in. But when he does, after graduation, he plans to move back to Lebo. When you do, you can come back and share your successes with us.
My name is Jacob Munoz. My number is 2, and I play wide receiver. The biggest responsibility representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is probably not letting the school down or my team, and just trying to make everyone proud. I think the best quality in a teammate is looking for someone to guide you or help you through something that you need.
Joey Daniels, number 3, and I play quarterback. I think the most entertaining player would have to be Texa, because his ability to be able to make big plays and big moments in the game. I think the best quality for a teammate to have is unselfishness and being able to bring value every day and being able to fill your role and help a team win.
My name's Alex Texa. I'm number 5, and I play running back and safety. I think if I were a coach on the Mount Lebanon football team, I think I'd resemble Coach Barry, because I'd be the coach to kind of like cheer anyone up if they got embarrassed right beforehand by Coach Palk or Coach Nee. I think the best quality in a teammate is a teammate that you don't have to worry about. They're going to work hard every day. They're going to bring value to practice, and that's what a team needs.
I'm Jack Smith, number 7, and I'm an outside linebacker / quarterback. I think the best quality in a teammate is being selfless, just putting the team above everything else. It's definitely got to be William Harvey, because he just has a completely different personality when he plays the game.
I'm Eli Heidenreich, number 8, and I'm a wide receiver and a safety. The most entertaining player would have to be Cade Capristo. He's super funny and he can always get a laugh out of me. One coach I would definitely like to learn more about would be Coach Barry, because he always has an interesting story to talk about. That would definitely have to be Coach Nee. Definitely during the games too. He would usually chew me out on the sideline if I messed up. So.
Gus Kramer, number 10, wide receiver and safety. I think the most important quality is just competitiveness, so everyone's pushing each other in practice, just striving for everyone to be the best they can be. I'd probably just spend it all on Chipotle or some other form of food.
Brendan Anderson, number 12, wide receiver, DB. I think the best quality teammate is having trust in what we're doing and following what the coaches say. Coach I probably want to learn more about is Coach Galici. He's just a mystery.
Hello, I'm Tommy Boehner, number 17, and I'm outside linebacker and running back. If I could relocate to any place and bring two things with me, I would go to Heinz Field and bring my teammates and Central's team. If I was on the team and I was a coach, my coaching style would probably be anyone's but Coach needs, because I like my voice and I don't want to have it lost 24/7.
Hi, I'm Matt Wirtz. I'm number 21, and I play wide receiver and cornerback. The best quality in a teammate, in my opinion, is the ability to push everyone in practice and compete and bring value every single day. If I had one coach to learn more about on the Lebo football staff, it had to be Coach Barry, just because he seems like such an interesting guy and he has unlimited stories to tell you.
Sam Ward, 23, wide receiver and DB. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon football is upholding the tradition of just hard work. I feel like the best quality in a teammate is consistency, just because you know they'll always be there whenever you want to count on them.
I'm Louis Petrogallo. I'm number 24, and I play running back and safety. The best quality for a teammate, I would say, is being accountable. The most entertaining player for me is Coop, because he's always flying around and making plays. Even though he doesn't say much, it's just like the way he plays.
I'm Daniel King. I'm number 25, and I play inside linebacker and fullback. If I were a coach on the Mount Lebanon football team, I would definitely say that I would resemble CJ's coaching style the most. So we have a lot of entertaining characters on this team, but one of the most entertaining players on this team I'd have to say is Mikey B. He's always upbeat, and he's always got an interesting question to ask you. If there was one moment this year that I just got yelled at, it was probably on Coach Barry had been talking about it all week, not to look in the smoke and the mirrors behind the play, and they were faking a jet sweep, and I followed it, and it was in practice. And right after that play, Coach Barry is like, "Daniel, what are you doing?" And that's got to be the biggest moment this year where I got yelled at.
AJ Stetler, number 26, safety and wide receiver. I think the best quality a teammate can have is liability. Just, always it's always nice to have a teammate that you know he knows what he's doing all the time, someone who also brings high energy to the field every single day. If I had to relocate and only take two things, I think I would go to Jamaica, and I would bring my dog and as much Chipotle as I can fit in my suitcases.
My name's Jack McCann. I'm number 28, and I play running back and safety. I think the best quality in a teammate is to always put the team before themselves. And on the practice field, they shouldn't be worried about the reps they're getting, or in a game how many reps they're getting. They should be worried about what's best for the team and how we're going to win. I think Cade's the most entertaining player on the team, and one thing that stands out to me that he did is when he waved at the other team in celebration when he scored a touchdown.
My name is Charlie Pellegrino. I'm number 34. I play tight end and inside linebacker. If I were a coach, I would have to say I'd most resemble Coach Barry's coaching style because of how well he relates to the kids. The most entertaining player to watch this year has been senior Trevor Barrett because of the speed he plays at and how much he talks on the field.
Noah Buddha, number 38, and kicker and punter. The biggest responsibility I feel is you have to really keep your grades up, even though there's long practice hours. I think the best quality in a teammate is leadership, and I thought Colin Plesko really represented that well.
My name is James Klein. I'm number 50, and I play center. The player that I find most entertaining is Kyle Quilley, as he's always super energetic and is always super nice to everyone he meets, and he always has his funny little moments. Last year, we were doing the Thunderdome with Coach Wells, and Coach Wells had to hype Kyle up a little bit, and in response, Kyle jumped, clapped, and landed in the three-point stands all at once, and it might have been the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I'm Joey Peters. I'm number 55, and I play offensive tackle and defensive end. I'm doing the best quality for a teammate and the most entertaining teammate. I think the best quality is to buy into the process and really just trust what the coaches are. For me, it's Michael Beersdorf because he always just has something to say on the sidelines or always has a funny story.
My name is Kyle Watkins, number 62, and I play offensive and defensive line. If I was a coach, I'd say my coaching style would most resemble Coach Hathey's because I like how he always trusts the run and is trusting the O-line, even though nowadays there's those receivers and running backs that are just next level, I guess. But he still just trusts the O-line to get it done. I'd say the best quality in a teammate is leadership, someone who can get his guys out of a slump, get them to play like they should be, make sure everything's okay.
I'm Kyle Quilley, number 65, O-line and D-line. Me personally, I believe someone who's very knowledgeable, because I don't know everything. So I always like to go to somebody who would know more than me so I can ask them a question or something like that. So if I can go to find someone who knows more than me, that's a great quality. Well, I probably would break something first, and I'll probably have to fix that with the money, and then I would probably put the rest into my college savings.
I'm Owen Halter, number 68, left guard, defensive end. I think it's competitiveness fueled by the fear of failing your teammates. It just pushes you to the point where all you can do is win for each other and be the best that you can. I'd love to learn more about Coach Barry because he's just a man of mystery, and I feel like he could tell stories about himself for days, and he'd have an awesome autobiography. He'd just be one of those great guys to learn about.
My name is Mike Becker. I am number 74, and I play line. The biggest responsibility I feel representing Mount Lebanon Athletics is being tough and competitive and always fighting till the end. And if I had $10,000, I would invest in college or save to buy a car.
My name's William Harvey. I'm number 75, and I'm a guard and nose guard. I think the best quality in a teammate is being committed. Being 100% committed during practice and games is key to success. If I were a coach on the Mount Lebanon football team, the style of coaching I would most resemble would be Coach Barry because he doesn't yell often.
My name is Joe Barry, 76. I play offense and defensive line. I would spend the $10,000 on my teammates because I'm just that guy. I would like to learn more about Coach Pauk and why he would not let me play running back.
Hi, my name's Cooper Austin. I'm number 78, and I play tackle and defensive end. The most entertaining player on the team, in my opinion, is Will Harvey. He's always got something to say, and it's always so interesting. The best quality of a teammate is someone who's always going to put the team over themselves and the needs of the team in front of their individual needs.
What you get out of life isn't proportional to what you put in, like most people at Mount Lebanon seem to think. Things aren't always equal, and nothing's ever fair, which is why you have to put everything you have into everything you do, no matter if it's for your team, family, friends, or yourself. I knew right when Coach Pauka started that it wouldn't be easy to adjust to this philosophy, but I'm glad I did. Without this program, I'd still only be thinking about myself, not about my team. The idea is bigger than football, and I'll carry it with me through the rest of my life. I'd like to thank the Booster Program for their involvement with the program and all the hard work they do to ensure we have the best experience possible. I'd like to thank the coaching staff, in particular my coaches on the O-line and D-line, Coach Hathey for his constant determination and confidence in the kids, Coach Barry for his unrelenting positivity and love for the game, and Coach Smiley for his constant encouragement and belief in my abilities. I'd like to thank Coach Reiser for his tough love and honesty and his commitment to the kids and success of the program. I want to thank my man behind the camera, Harrison Piddle, for his incredible work and unwavering commitment to our program. I'd also like to thank the seniors for being able to deal with the adversity of this season so maturely and I'd like to give special thanks to Ryan Martin, Owen McGeary, Cortland Pierre, and Nick Javaden for always having my back and being there to pick me up when I couldn't do it for myself. I love you boys, and I thank you for helping me no matter how much of a pain in the ass I've been. I'd like to thank my brother Ryan, who's been the most compassionate and supportive little brother I could ever ask for. Even though my last game didn't necessarily go the way we wanted, I was glad I got to link arms with you once and hit the field before I graduated. Wouldn't have rather done it with anybody else. I'd also like to thank my baby brother Will. Even if we don't get along all the time, it's because you're just like me. You're wicked smart, emotional, and you worry about way too much. All these reasons are how I know you'll love high school and succeed in whatever you do. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents. Mom, no matter what I say when I'm frustrated, angry, worried, or upset, I'll always love you and appreciate everything you do for me, even when I'm being an ass. Thank you for putting up with my BS for 18 years and still being able to say you love me. And Dad, I look up to you the most in life. Most people don't get to say they've met their heroes, but I'm fortunate enough to live with mine. I didn't do anything to make you feel proud of me because I know no matter what I do, you'll always be proud of me. Thank you for being the perfect role model and the best dad I could ever ask for. And if I could say one thing to the next class of seniors, it'd be this. Year 1 with Coach Palka brought a change to our culture, and year 2 we became a family. For the love of God, make year 3 the year we become champions. If not for yourself, do it for the guy putting his hand down next to you, the guy you're handing the ball off to, and the guy that gives it his all every day on the scout team, knowing he will never see the field.
Number 52, Tyler Long, offensive line, defensive line, 1-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: loyal, trustworthy, humble.
That's an excellent word to describe him. We went to Ty back in the spring and asked him if he'd like to go down and put his hand in the dirt and play a little defensive line. And you know what? Without hesitation, he said absolutely. And he showed up every day, and he did such a good job. We were able to get him in on specific packages. So he found his niche, and what a great job he did. All we had to do was ask, and he did it.
Ty's one of my favorite dudes on the football team because he's such a hard worker. As a defensive lineman, he was a technician, took all the techniques and put them into play. He gave everything he had every day in practice, and he truly was a team-first program guy, and so happy to have been able to coach you.
After graduation, Ty plans to attend Virginia Tech or Michigan, major in mechanical engineering, plus become an officer in the Air Force. Come back and share your success with us, Ty.
First and foremost, I would like to thank God, because nothing I do would be possible without Him. Secondly, I would like to thank my parents for supporting me through my football career and through my whole life. I really appreciate them driving me to morning lifts and coming to all of my games. I would also like to thank my teammates for working so incredibly hard this season and creating some great memories that I will remember forever. Thank you to Mr. B for being the rock of the team, and thank you to CJ for being a great manager. Also, thank you to Sam Schrader for helping us out in the weight room. Thank you to Harrison Piddle and Mrs. Klein for capturing our team's journey over photo and video. Thank you especially to Coach Palko and Coach Reiser, who have helped me with way more than football over the past 2 years. It's hard to believe, but I was actually very nervous when I first heard Coach Palko was coming to Lebo. I did not know how he would act, and frankly, I did not know if he would let me play on the team. Looking back now, I realize how ridiculous that is because Coach Palko and Coach Reiser have greatly helped the entire high school in all of Mount Lebanon. If you did not know any better, you would think they've been here their whole life. I can't thank them enough. Thank you to all of my coaches who have helped me learn and appreciate the game of football, spend hours and hours watching film and game planning. I am so happy I've gotten the chance to meet and be on a team with everybody here. Special thank you to all of my friends who have helped me with football fundamentals every step of the way. I would be nowhere without you guys. To the underclassmen, work hard every single day in practice. And even if your work doesn't show up on the stat sheet, realize you are invaluable to the team. Make sure to watch film and study your playbook. I know how hard it can be to play sports and be a student at Lebo. Personally, I think it might be the hardest in the state, but all your hard work will pay off. Finally, thank you to Lebo football. I'll always be a Blue Devil, and I'll continue to help the program for years to come. Go Lebo.
Number 58, Alex Tambaratzis, offensive line, defensive line, 1-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: unselfish, mature, a great friend,
Tampa's a kid that I wish could come back for another year. He's worked so hard to try to make himself into a football player, not just physically but mentally. He was always asking questions. He would watch film, look at things that other players were doing from the opponent, and call me, text me, and try to get me, ahead of the game on it. So I really appreciate everything Alex did for us this year, and definitely going to miss him.
Tambo's really the model for me of a kid who bought into the program every step of the way, as far as workouts, scheme, everything. Had every question possible to try to not only get him further ahead, but also to get his teammates further ahead. He's an asset to the group. It's shocking. He only played football for a couple of years and really came along. Really did a great job for us. He should be proud of himself.
After graduation, Tambo plans to attend Carnegie Mellon and major in business administration, pursue finance, and go to Wall Street in investment banking or private equity. Come back and invest my money, my man.
So, it is still sinking in that it's finally over. 2020 has been a tough year, but one positive for me, though, is that we were able to have a season. As up and down as it was, from Zoom calls back in March to numerous shutdowns in August to our season opener against Cannon Mac, and then to be able to be where we were in the final week was just surreal. It may not have ended the way we had hoped, but we turned a lot of heads and gained a lot of respect, and I could feel very confident in this program going forward. These last 4 years have taught me so much about life, and I wouldn't trade the friendships and memories that I've made for the world. I have to give a huge thanks to both my parents, who supported me the whole way through. Thank you, Mom, for always giving me rides to and from practice, helping me wash my practice clothes, and coming to my games. Thank you, Dad, for helping me practice in the winter, taking me to camps, and introducing the sport to me to begin with. This would not be possible without the help of my coaches. Thank you, Coach Spieler, Coach Nee, and Coach Smiley, for installing and developing an excellent special team scheme for us, which was instrumental in so many games. Thanks, Coach Reiser, for developing me into a better athlete, character, and teammate. Mr. B for always picking me up whenever I needed it. Mr. McCulley for taking the time to help all of us become better kickers. And of course, Coach Palco for always pushing me and never giving up on me. Most importantly, I want to thank all my teammates and especially the other kickers for everything. This wouldn't mean anything without you guys. The best advice I can give going forward to you younger guys is to not take anything for granted, especially after this year's circumstances. Don't dwell on the mistakes you've made in the past or even on the previous play. Just learn from them and keep moving forward. And don't take anything for granted. Thank you.
Number 66, Graham Thorson, punter, kicker, one-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: optimistic, supportive, interesting.
Yeah, Graham, what a delightful young man. I've had the opportunity to get to know him even better in the classroom, and boy, he's an A-plus kid, bar none. Graham would show up to practice every day, always work on his craft, whether it be onside kick, punt the ball, a sky kick. It was kind of exciting to see him be excited to come to practice and do that. A little story about Graham is we were able to get him in the game to kick an extra point, and there was an injury. So I walked up to him, and he's standing by the sideline, and I said, Graham, just relax. I could tell he's a little nervous. I said, just kick the ball. And he looked at me dead in the eye. He goes, Coach, it doesn't matter. I want to be on the field. Well, you know what? For that one snap, all right, he was on the field, and boy, that was exciting.
Graham's one of these guys that he's just fun to be around. Whether it's in the locker room, if it's in the weight room, if it's on our way to practice, if we're leaving practice, he's one of the most consistent personality mindset guys that you can be around. And the cool part about Graham is the more you talk to him, he just gets more and more interesting with the things that he knows, and he's got very, very awesome questions to ask, and things you didn't even think would interest him. He would come up with things and always ask you these things that would intrigue you and make him a real good guy to be around.
Graham plans to attend a 4-year university, major in psychology, and work as a counselor. Come back and share your success with us, bud.
I know I have not been playing football for as long as any of the other seniors, but little did I know when I joined the team junior year is how the program has affected my life so dramatically in a year. Over the course of the year, I've spent more time with the people on the team than with my actual family. So when Coach Reiser and Coach Palco say family is over, football always, I think that the both are intertwined. There's nothing I would not do for any of my teammates, and that is the type of brotherhood that we have created over the time that I've been on the team. When I first joined, I was able to see the program take a massive change, and from junior year to senior year, I've seen a massive shift in people's attitude towards the sport. I've always thought sports are something that are used to fill my time during the fall, but being part of the football team is nothing like that. When you join, you make a commitment to not only to yourself, but to others that you are willing to put in the work for the overall success of the team. For the underclassmen, I encourage you to buy into the system that has clearly taken this program in the right direction towards not settling for the good, but reaching for perfection. There will be no other experience like this throughout my life, and I do not want anyone to regret their time in the program. Finally, I would like to thank my family for their support throughout the season and all of my coaches who have helped me, not only as a football player, but as a man.
Number 67, Fadi Al-Kafaji, kicker, punter, D-back, one-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: competitive, optimistic, fan favorite.
Fadi's certainly competitive. When I first met him this summer, the first thing he told me is he wanted to go down and cover the kickoffs. Didn't want to be the kicker. He wanted to be one of the guys running down and tackling. So finally, against Hempfield, Fadi gets into the game to cover the kick. It turns out Fadi tackles the guy, drives him out of bounds, comes up, stands over him, and just taunts the kid. The place went wild. It was definitely one of the highlights of the season for me. So thanks for making that season, Mr. Fadi.
Fadi's the kind of kid that you really feel lucky to be engaged with and to have be part of your program. You know, seeing him in the classroom as well as on the field, just does all the right things, says all the right things. You know, you can't catch him without a smile on his face. He's just, you know, that sort of contagious, infectious enthusiasm about everything. He really brings a ton of value to the program.
After graduation, Fadi plans to attend Allegheny College, major in biology, and hopefully become a team doctor for a professional team. Hopefully it's the Steelers.
Starting off, I would like to thank my family who have supported me throughout my football career. I would like to especially thank my parents who were always there for me when I needed it and always pushed me when I did not want to continue. They were the true MVPs of my career, giving me rides when I needed them, washing my clothes when I couldn't, and coming to all my games to support me. I would also like to thank my coaches who would put so much time and effort into making me and every other person on the team perform to their best. I would like to individually thank Coach Reiser and Coach Palco. I want to thank Coach Reiser for keeping us in shape and putting everything he had into making sure our team was prepared. I also want to thank Coach Palco, who is easily the hardest worker on the team. He made sure he was the first person in the school and the last person to leave, putting every minute of his day to improving the team. He is a great role model and would rather see us become great young men than great football players. The last group of people I want to thank, I couldn't have done anything without: my teammates. They were the most important part of my season this year playing Mount Lebanon football. They were all so committed and supportive. Everyone was pushing each other to their limits. Through all the problems since March, meeting on Zoom calls, finding workouts wherever we could, and wondering if we would even have a season this year, they pushed through. After all the adversity we faced, we banded together. Brotherhood. That is the name that we wore on our chests every game as we locked arms walking onto the field. I am proud to be part of this team, and I want to leave my teammates with this message: enjoy every moment. It goes by fast.
Number 71, Ben Strife, offensive line, defensive line, 2-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: composed, resilient, humble.
Ben is a kid that always worked hard on the defensive line for whatever was needed. He was always there, whether it was to get stuff moving, to get everybody fired up. But even as a backup nose, a guy that we could put in the game, Ben was always there for us and was really an asset to the football team.
Yeah, Ben was a guy that we could lean on no matter what position. Did a really nice job of keeping guys going during practice. No matter what, he's a guy that you could go to. You know his technique would be good. You know his effort would be good. Just a really good, quiet kid that led by example.
After graduation, Ben plans to attend Miami University of Ohio, major in finance, and start his own business. Come back and share your success with us, buddy.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Coach Palco, Coach Reiser, Coach Hathey, and the rest of the coaches for their constant dedication and support throughout this season. Never before have I had coaches who really cared about me as more than a player, and being able to learn from you all has been a great honor. And to my fellow seniors, I want to thank you all. I know I could always count on you guys to push me to work harder and pick me up when I was down. Your accountability was unmatched, both as friends and teammates, and I want to thank you for that. All of you guys, not just the seniors, made me want to be better, both as players and a teammate. Being a part of the brotherhood is something that I'll always treasure thanks to you, and being able to practice and play with all you, especially you linemen, has been a privilege. One thing for you underclassmen to think about: make the most of every opportunity and be the best teammate you can be, even if it makes you uncomfortable. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank my parents for always supporting me through my ups and downs of not only football, but school and life in general. I know I wouldn't be where I am today without them. I'm forever grateful for what Coach Palk and the rest of you have done for me, and I can't wait to see what's next for the program.
Number 72, Nick Javaden, offensive line, defensive line, one-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: reliable, dependable, steady.
Nick is a lot of fun to be around. If I were to describe him with a few quick phrases, the things that come to mind: very hard worker, a guy that is always trying to get better, very intelligent. I know on the O-line he could tell you an assignment for all 5 of the guys up front. Always smiling, always friendly, and what's one of the coolest things is he's always a good example for his little bros. So no pressure, fellas.
Nick is your penultimate team player. He really cares about every teammate that he has. I mean, we could ask him to do absolutely anything, and we did on the offensive line pretty much ask him to play every position, know every position. And not only, he didn't just do it for the other, guys that are going to get playing time on Friday night. He made an effort to take the younger guys under his wing and really lead them and show them the way that you practice and the way that you play as a varsity player.
After graduation, Nick plans to attend Duquesne University and major in education. Hopefully we'll get you a job at Mount Lebanon.
First, I want to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to play and supporting me, especially this year with everything going on. I also want to thank the boosters for providing us with all the gear that we wore on and off the field. I want to give a huge thanks to all the coaches and staff for giving the team their time and effort to make us better players and role models in our community. Even though I've only been on the team for 1 season, I can say that all the workouts, drills, games, and bus rides will be some of my favorite memories. This year has taught me a lot about hard work and dedication, which is something I hope to carry on with me. This year was also tough with all the lifts, field workouts, and practices. But having such great supporting coaches and teammates made it a lot easier and fun. To the underclassmen, I would say cherish the rest of the time you have at this school and playing football here. I would also say trust the coaches and staff because they only want to see you and the team succeed. Again, I want to thank everyone who put in their time and effort into letting us have a season and who helped us throughout the season.
Number 82, Logan Piscina, tight end, outside linebacker, one-year letter winner. Words that come to mind: courageous, positive, humble.
Although this year was the first year for Logan in organized football, he made tremendous strides throughout the season. The last thing we said coming off the field is, I wish he started to play football earlier. And he said, no doubt about it, I wish I did too. Pleasant man to work with, always gave his best effort, and I enjoyed having him on the team and wish him all the best in all of his future endeavors.
I saw a tremendous amount of growth in Logan throughout the year. Early on, he was a little tentative, kind of back in the back, but you saw that courage that Coach Palco started to mention as he got more confident in his abilities, more confident in his athletic abilities, and more confident in himself as he went on. Towards the end of the season, no matter what we asked him to do, whether he was playing a skilled tight end, a blocking tight end, he really didn't care. He was going to jump in there and do whatever he could for the betterment of the team, and we appreciate Logan.
Logan plans to attend Penn State University and major in business and pursue marketing. Come back and share your success with us, Logan.
The Robert M. Kahn Unsung Hero Award. This award was established in honor of Robert M. Kahn, an active civic leader in Mount Lebanon and founding member of the Parents Athletic Committee. Bob's first love in sports was football. He was a decorated U.S. Marine in World War II, a Pennsylvania State Trooper, and served as president of the Western Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association before he passed away in 1980 at the age of 58. Bob was known as a man who was quite successful in life, despite not having the opportunity to attend college because of the war. The secret of his success was an unselfish attitude and willingness to extend himself to the maximum to get the job done. In football, there are no winks or nods. Some players have to work exceptionally hard just to see the field on Friday nights. This award recognizes the player who earns the respect and admiration of his coaches and teammates for that effort. It goes to the player who demonstrated time and again a high level of selflessness, grit, and determination. The Robert M. Kahn Unsung Hero Award hopes to recognize these qualities by honoring the one player who may or may not be the most gifted athlete, but who, in the opinion of the coaches, gave the fullest measure of himself in a team effort and made the most use of the talent he possesses. The 2020 Robert M. Kahn Award recipient is Furio Fidel. The Vincent Russo Heart of a Lion, Heart of Gold Award. This award is named after 1968 Lebo alum and star running back Vincent Russo. According to Pittsburgh sportscaster and longtime friend John Steigerwald, you've never seen any football player anywhere play with more intensity than Vinny, especially one who was only 5'9". He won all the awards: WPIAL Player of the Year, Big 33, All-State, Parade All-American. He played in 2 WPIAL championships, winning one in 1966. After graduation, he went on to be captain at Virginia Tech on a team that included longtime NFL quarterback Don Strock. But he never got a big head. Known for his contagious laugh and kind heart, he made friends quickly and kept them long. Vince was a lifelong resident of Mount Lebanon and huge supporter of the program. He and his wife, Berta, who he met at a Lebo football game after they both graduated, never missed a game. They raised their family on Atlanta and Vernon drives. Vince passed away in 1995 at an early age. The Vince Russo Heart of a Lion, Heart of Gold Award goes to the player who competes with a high level of intensity and passion, while also demonstrating the ability to lead and build a sense of camaraderie that creates lasting friendships off the field. The 2020 Vince Russo Award recipient is Colin Plesko. The Dan Howard Mr. Football Award. This award is named in honor of standout running back Dan Howard, a member of the 1967 WPIAL finalist team. From a football family, Danny was one of 4 Howard brothers who played for Lebo over a decade. In his senior season, he captained the 1969 squad and went on to set a single-season record for touchdowns. Dan was known for his strength. At 5'10", 190 pounds, he could bench press 395 pounds in his prime and combined agile running with a stunning blocking ability. His brother Mike once said, "I saw him hit linebackers and defensive ends that were twice his size, and he'd just stop them stone cold." Heavily recruited by major college programs, he followed his older brother Jack to the Naval Academy, where he set a single game record of 239 yards against Boston College on September 30th, 1972. The Associated Press named Dan its Back of the Week, along with Archie Griffin, the two-time Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State. However, a true midshipman, he considered playing and scoring in the Army-Navy games as the true highlight of his collegiate career. According to those who knew him, Dan was a tough guy, and he could be as demanding on himself as he was on others. And yet, as tough and demanding as he was, and as much as he achieved, Dan was never arrogant, but remained humble every step of the way. After graduating from the U.S. Naval Academy, he served 6 years as an intelligence officer and went on to a successful career in the medical and technical fields. He was a loving husband and father, completely devoted to his children. Although an incredible athlete and football player, Dan led a balanced life, thoughtful life, and never compromised on the principles of honesty, integrity, and humility. Dan passed away in 2003 at the age of 50, and the Mount Lebanon football community continues to honor his memory annually by presenting the senior who exhibits those same principles with the Dan Howard Mr. Football Award. The 2020 Dan Howard Award recipient is Trevor Barrett.
So listen, hey, winning feels good.
Leave your sticks and stones.
Why would we not coach you hard? Why would you, I'm sorry, we have to keep coaching you hard.
Carry on. When I am down. Let's go. Let's go. Eyes on me, let's go. Don't cut me up, I got a reason to finish. Sure looks like danger, but that's how I be living. They call me crazy, but I'm born with the vision. I do
successful were we? We. Has nothing to do with I. Whether it's in practice, whether it's in games, we need your leadership. We need the way in which you guys conduct yourself, your maturity. We need that.
Never gonna stand a chance. Heartbreak like a sad romance. Said that you never come back again. Been 3 days, now you're back again. But I'm not your man. No, I'm not your man. I love you, man. Like, whoa. Let's go, crazy. Owens pass is intercepted.
To play this game as a team.
Conversations, they don't last when you see me like a looking glass. It's hardly in the way we talk, it's in the way we lose. Guess I till the end. Stuff goes better. It's hardly in the way we walk, it's in the way we move. You take me out of the noise, you bring me back to us. You shake the bones in my knees, you hear the words in my mouth.
We took a big step this year. And seniors, I congratulate you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being you. Thank you for buying in. I appreciate that. I know the coaches appreciate that. Cool. Cool. Love you, man. One last break. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team. Take your time. Look at that. Hey, guys, right there. As we close out the video and put a stamp to the 2020 season, this senior class should be remembered as the class that turned the page for the program, the group that paved the way for future teams to follow, the group that learned what's a big deal,
The group that learned what to sweat and what not to sweat. The group that showed what is possible when you get behind something based on trust and work as a team toward the betterment of the team. The group that learned to be in control of what we can control. To the senior class, thanks once again. Thank you so much for trusting the process. Come back and share your success with us. You know we want you to be a part of the program. We want you to always feel like you're welcome. Take care.